Mindoro, then currently nakatira sa Batangas City po, or Lipa specifically. And I'm a graduate of Bachelor of Elementary Education and a graduate of Master of Arts in Educational Management, and na-practice ko po yung pagiging teacher ko for 7 years sa Department of Education. And I decided to join the Philippine Coast Guard sa officer course class 25 Doha Limara noong 2019, and nakagraduate po ako noong 2020. And my first assignment is in Coast Guard District Northeastern Mindanao, and naging station commander po ako ng Coast Guard Station Siargao for several months during the Typhoon Odette po. And I'm here in Coast Guard District Southern Tagalog, handling the D7 or the Civil Relations Service, which is hawak ko po yung Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary. So that's why andito po ako for 15 months and ongoing po. Okay, so I'll start po. So the background po ng Philippine Coast Guard. So bakit nga po ba meron tayong Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary? So the history of the Philippine Coast Guard. So nakalagay po dito, the oldest humanitarian armed service in the Philippines. Only humanitarian. Tayo po ay only humanitarian, hindi po tayo militarized. Yan. However, nag-ano po tayo, nagbibit-bit po tayo ng armas, pero hindi po tayo first arm, second arm. Tayo po ay third arm. When you say third arm, tayo po ay in times of war, doon lang po tayo mag-engage. Ang first arm po is Armed Forces of the Philippines, kaya sila po yung naka-frontline in times of war. Sila po yung unang makikipagbakbakan. So tayo po ay third arm. Second po ang Philippine National Police. So that's why we are the only humanitarian service. Yan po ang reason behind. Next, the PCG was separated from Philippine Navy on 30 March 1988 by the Executive Order 475. So under po tayo previously ng Philippine Navy. So that's why yung mga nasa head po natin, yung mga namumuno po, sila po ay mga graduate po ng Philippine Military Academy and under po ng Philippine Navy. So nasa transition na po tayo na yung mga nasa top po natin ay graduate na po ng officer course o yung mismong produkto ng Philippine Coast Guard. Yan. Which is sila na po yung namumuno, yung class 01 ng officer course yan. So ano na po yung transition. And transfer the PCG from the Department of National Defense to the Office of the President and eventually to the DOTR on April 5 by the virtue of Executive Order 477. So that's why, kung mapapansin po natin na the Philippine Coast Guard ay nasa EDSA, nasa airport, because of we are under the Department of Transportation. Yan po yung reason behind. Yan po yung hindi alam ng mga nagpe-Facebook lang, bakit si Coast Guard ay nasa EDSA, hindi naman, dapat nasa coast lang sila, di ba? So we are under the Department of Transportation. So yung po ay augmentation ni Secretary. O dito kayo Coast Guard, di ba? So in partner po nung andyan po yung si Marina, andyan po si LTO, andito po si Coast Guard. Under po kami ni Department of Transportation. Okay po? Next. So an agency attached to Department of Transportation. So the new Philippine Coast Guard under the Republic Act 9993 or also known as the Philippine Coast Guard Law of 2009. So ito po ay maswerte po tayo. Bakit? Because of the one author po nung ating law, yung pong pinaka-dad po natin. Sino po ba yung dad? Siya po yung Director Auxiliary District, no other than Auxiliary Commodore Mark Leandro L. Mendoza. Siya po yung pinaka-head natin dito sa Coast Guard Auxiliary District Southern Tagalog. Head po natin siya. And siya po yung author ng Philippine Coast Guard Law of 2009 signed by former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Okay po? Okay. Next. Let's proceed to the mission and vision of the Philippine Coast Guard. So by 2028, the Philippine Coast Guard is a world-class guardian of the sea, committed to save lives, ensure safe maritime transport, cleaner seas, and secure maritime jurisdiction. It is a long-term mission of the Philippine Coast Guard na by 2028 na tayo ay we are a world-class guardian of the sea. Starting doon sa mga asset mo natin, di ba? So, the procurement of asset, doon po makikita. Kasi, nag-aim tayo to be a world-class, pero hindi naman po tayo nakikipagsabayan sa modernization. So, kung makikita po natin, yung mga taxes natin, nagkakaroon ng right way o right procurement po. And ongoing po yon. Okay, hindi na yung mga baril po natin, hindi na po M16, andyan na po yung mga bagong baril natin. Okay, di lang po siya nai-issue pa doon sa mga personnel, pero we have, nasa station and substation na po siya. Next, the vision of the Philippine Coast Guard. So we are a uniform armed service that implements and enforces all national and international maritime safety, security, search and rescue, and marine environmental protection laws in support of the integrated maritime transport network objectives, national security and economic developments of the Philippines. So dito nakapaloob po yung function ni Philippine Coast Guard doon sa vision. Andiyan na po yung 5 function ni Philippine Coast Guard. And iisa-isahin po natin siya. Ano nga ba ang purpose ni Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary? Ano ba yung support or ano ba yung role? Okay. So here is the PCG core function starting in the maritime safety. Okay. So dito meron tayong vessel safety. Okay, that's why si Coast Guard nag-implement tayo ng tinatawag na PDI o yung pre-departure inspection. So chine-check natin yung barko if ano siya, equipped and capable or seaworthy bago maglayag yung barko. That's why bago maglayag, chine-check natin kung yung tali, yung mga pangalan ng mga pasahero doon sa manifesto, sa mga sasakyan, no? Tapos may lalapit, sir, pwede ba mag-passes? So, doon, dapat tali pa rin yun. Tanatali pa rin kasi once na magkaroon ng kanas-kanas, wag naman sana na lumubog yung barko, mamomonitor natin kung ilan ba yung sakay, ilan ba yung mga pasahero, ilan ba yung crew. Yan, chine-check natin yan. Maging yung mga life ring, mga life vest, kung tama ba. Okay. So, next. So, enforcement of safety standard through vessel inspection, yung through PDI and VSEI, prescribe rules and regulation to promote safety of life and property at sea, and conduct maritime casualty investigation and Port State Control Authority. And yun nga po, malaking tulong kasi nga po ang Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary is one of the counter or the multipliers of the Philippine Coast Guard during the upland. Yung meron po tayong Semana Santa, may undas, kayo po ay counterparts po namin. So kayo po ay malaking tulong po para ma-prevent po natin o may assist natin po yung mga biyahero po natin. Okay. Next, aside from vessel safety, nagpo-promote din po tayo ng navigational safety. Ano po ba yung navigational safety? Okay, sabi dyan, establishment and maintenance of ATON. Ano po yung ATON? Yung aids to navigate. Aids to navigate po yun. Ano po yung mga halimbawa nun? Yung mga nakalutang dyan sa port, yung mga floating devices o early warning devices na may iba't ibang kulay, may green, may yellow, may black. Yung po ay nagbibigay palatandaan kung ang area na yon ay may mababaw or hindi siya pwedeng daanan or right way, left way, yan. And yung mga lighthouses po natin is aids to navigate sa mga fisher folks natin. Parang palatandaan kung nasaan na ba sila. Lalo pag wala po tayong system po. Okay. Next, promulgation of maritime safety through MSCI through NOTAM. Notice to Mariners. Okay, so isang duty po ng Coast Guard is yung mag-issue po ng Notice to Mariners o yung NOTAM. Ano po ba yon? For example, may inclement weather o yung hindi magandang panahon, may gale warning, so nag-issue po tayo ng NOTAM to prevent po o yung mapigilan po natin yung pagbiyahe ng mga vessel para hindi po kaya nga, we promote safety of lives. Yan, nag-issue po tayo ng NOTAM. And aside from doon, kung may gaganapin mga fluvial parade na bawal dumaan sa ganitong area, we issue NOTAM para ma-prevent po natin yung traffic. May traffic din po sa dagat, hindi lang po sa kalsada. May traffic sa dagat, may traffic sa ere. Okay. Next, supervised maritime salvage operation. Kapag po may lumubog na barko, kailangan i-salvage. Hindi po basta-basta yan kinakata yung barko. So nagkakaroon po tayo ng bidding, ng assessment, kung safety ba katayin or salvage. kung pwede pa ba hilahin, palutangin. So, si Philippine Coast Guard yung nagmamonitor. Hindi po kami yung nagsasalvage. Kasi meron po mga salvage companies nagkakaroon ng bidding and depende po sa mga papel nila kung kompleto before they proceed to contract. Okay, next. So under ng maritime safety, also we observe the recreational safety. Diba? Meron na po tayong vessel safety, may navigational safety. Ngayon naman po, meron po tayong recreational safety. So ngayon po, medyo tumataas yung ano natin, yung increase ng ating mga drowning incident. Why? Because syempre, yung dapat po, as a beach goer, or syempre sa tulong po ninyo, meron po tayong assessment doon sa area. Nung for example, dagat, ito ba ay safe lango yan o hindi? Kasi yung iba, nakainom, naglalangoy, mamaya nawala na. Yun, ganun po. Tapos, kulang yung ating lifeguards, kulang sa training. Yan. So, we promote po yung recreational safety. Okay. Sabi dyan, accreditation of scuba diving and related underwater activities. Yung mga jet ski natin, yung mga water boats, yung mga banana boats, yan po ay may permit. Hindi po pwedeng for example, para dumami yung ating mga parokyano, mag-ano tayo. Yung po ay may permit po. Yan, before mag-facilitate. Next, regulate the operation of leisure and recreational watercrafts and activities, safety and security requirements of coastal and beach resorts and vessel with pool facilities, including qualification and requirements of lifeguards. Si Coast Guard po ang nag-i-issue ng certificate and nagtitraining po sa lifeguards. Yan, okay. So next core function po natin is the maritime law enforcement. So una po natin, maritime safety. Pangalawa is maritime law enforcement, which is suppress and guard against violation of laws. Yan. Next po. So marine environmental protection, prevent, control, and mitigate effects of oil spill and other types of marine pollution from offshore sources. Dito po, ito po yung activities po lagi natin to conduct mangrove planting, coastal cleanup, scuba sorero, and ngayon nga po, di ba, meron tayong we experience yung effect po nung submerged na MV Princess Empress doon sa Oriental Mindoro, and allegedly nagkakaroon tayo ng reporting na meron ditong natatangay na mga sheen of oil. Pero ano lang naman po yun, maninipis lang. Pero yun nga po, some of the vessel na dumadaan po dito sa ating area, so they take advantage po yung issue. So, hindi naman po natin nilalahat yung iba, dahil nga alam nila na may oil spill dito sa area natin, so they take the opportunity na mag-dispose. Kanino po yun itatrack? So, hindi po tayo nagko-conclude agad. So, ne-check po natin na yung oil na nakikita dito sa area natin na allegedly reported is different doon sa oil na nasa Pola, Oriental Mindoro. So, yun po yun. Hindi po natin i-kinoconnect agad. So, we conduct testing po kung yung oil na nakikita dito sa Marinduque and oil na nandun sa ay iisa. Okay, allegedly lang po yun. So, hindi po sila tugma. So, hindi pa po nakakaabot dito yung oil spill. So, ito po yung isang magandang tulong po sa pagdamay po natin is ma-prevent natin or ma-mitigate natin yung effect po nung ito nga po, effect sa marine environmental sa tulong po ninyo. Okay, next. Maritime search and rescue. So, prompt and effective response to maritime incidents. Okay, we conduct search and rescue po. Okay. So, before we proceed po sa search and rescue, sana magkaroon po tayo ng activities. We support po sana yung pagkandak po ng training po. Yung WASAR po, yung Water Search and Rescue. Pwede po kayo mag-letter sa squadron, kung division po kayo, letter po kayo sa auxiliary squadron, then auxiliary squadron, mag-letter po sa district. kung gusto niyo po magpakandak ng water search and rescue. Ito po ay isang way po para makapag-response po tayo. Hindi po tayo makapag-response kung hindi po tayo equipped. However, kung tayo naman po talaga is responder, okay po yun. Pero kung tayo po ay ngangoy lang sumali and hanap po natin yung mga ganito, so make sure lang po na nakapag-undergo po tayo ng training before we proceed. Baka mamaya tayo yung pupunta, tayo pa po yung casualties. So napakahirap po yun. Okay po? Okay. Kasi mahirap po yung sumagip ng nalulunod na baka mamaya yakapin lang kayo, wala na, dalawa na kayong casualties. Okay. So next, maritime security. So nagkakandak po tayo regularly ng maritime patrol, yung tinatawag natin foot patrol. Meron po tayong seaborne patrol, yung pag-iikot natin to prevent or mitigate nga po yung mga illegal activities po. Mga fishing na gumagamit po ng mga dynamite o ng mga pinopromote po ni BFAR na yung mga illegal activities po. So, port security, nagkakaroon po tayo ng panel inspection sa tulong po ng ating K9. Okay, meron po tayong dalawang K9 dog o working dogs, isa po sa narcotics at isa po sa explosive. Okay, next. So, here is the structural po ng PCG natin sa headquarters. So, we have the functional command, admin support command, operational command, and we belong to the 15 district po. 15 Coast Guard District and Special Service Command and the Technical Service Command. Okay. So here is the structure po. We have the National Headquarters Philippine Coast Guard. We have the Commandant. So si Commandant po, siya po yung pinaka highest position po sa Philippine Coast Guard. No other than Coast Guard Admiral Artemio Manalo Abu, and yun nga po, taga Malbar, Batangas po siya, under po ng Southern Tagalog. Okay. So we have the DCO. We have Coast Guard Vice Admiral Punsalan, and we have the Deputy Commandant for Administration, DCA. We have Vice Admiral Gavan, and we have the Chief of Staff, Commodore Tito Andal, and from Lipa rin po siya, Batangas. Okay, so yun po yung apat na position o key personnel po under the Philippine Coast Guard. And under po niya, we have the central staff, and bawat number po yan, equivalent po ng offices. So we have CG1 to CG15. Okay, so wala po tayong CG13. Okay, CG1 to CG15, and we are under the CG7 o Coast Guard Civil Relations Service. And sa district po, we have the D7. Ako po yung D7. Under po ako ni CG7. Okay. So, bawat offices, may equivalent, bawat number may equivalent offices. For example, CG1, Admin and Purse, CG2, Intel, CG3, Operations, CG4, Logistic, CG5, Planning, CG6, Procurement. So po, bawat number may kanya-kanya pong offices. And ganun din po yung mangyayari sa inyo, may kanya-kanya rin po kayong position. Kahit madami po kayong pwedeng position na i-take over po. So next, here is the 15 Coast Guard District all over the Philippines. Okay. Medyo malabo po. So basahin ko na lang. So we have the Coast Guard District North, Western Luzon, sa taas po, Eastern Luzon. We have NCICN, National Capital Region, Central Luzon. And dito po tayo belong Coast Guard District, Southern Tagalog, Coast Guard District Southern Tagalog po. Ang counterpart po niya is Coast Guard Auxiliary District Southern Tagalog. Under po kayo nun. And we have Coast Guard District Bicol, Palawan, Western Visayas, Central Visayas, Eastern Visayas. We have Northeastern Mindanao, Northern Mindanao, Western Mindanao, BARM, Southern Mindanao, and Southeastern Mindanao. Okay, yan po yung 15 district. And bawat district po ay may auxiliary district. Yun po yung under kayo ng Auxiliary Southern Tagalog po. Okay. Sino po ang ating head po ng Auxiliary District Southern Tagalog? Okay, tama po yon. Si Commodore Mark Leandro Mendoza. Yung author po one of the author of ng Philippine Coast Guard Law of 2009. Okay. So as of as of by June, ito pa lang po yung population ni Philippine Coast Guard. So we have 26,430. Unlike po sa population ni Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary running for 35,000. So mas marami pa po kayo kumpara sa amin all over the Philippines. Yan po ay by June. And still counting po. Kaya by 2028, the Philippine Coast Guard po ay nag-aim po ma-reach po yung 40,000. So nakaka-26,000 pa lang po tayo as of 2023. Okay po, unlike po sa population ni Armed Forces na nasa 250,000. Ni AFP, ni PNP nasa 150,000 po sila. And si Philippine Coast Guard na nasa 26,000. Okay po. Buong Pilipinas po yan. Okay, so here is the air and support asset po ni Philippine Coast Guard. So dito na po tayo, dito po yung binibigay. 28, the Philippine Coast Guard is a world-class guardian of the sea through the modernization. Kaya po tayo is nag-procure po, dito po napupunta yung mga taxes po natin. So ito po yung mga bagong barko po natin. So we have the 9701, 9701, and 9702. Yung 97 po, yung po yung length ng barko. Ibig sabihin, yung barko po natin is 97 meter, yung Melchora Aquino. And meron po tayong OPB 8301 o yung Gabriela Silang. Ano po yung OPB? Offshore Patrol Vessel. Yung po yung 2021 na procure si Gabriela Silang. Ito po yun. Yan. Ito po ay SARB. Ang 9701 and 9702 is SARB, Search and Rescue Vessel. Yan. Kapag nagkakaroon po tayo ng SIMEX o yung simulation exercise together with the Japan and the US Coast Guard, yan po yung mga pinapadala natin. Yan. Equip po yan. Mga dalawang makina. Yan. Okay. And kaya po niya tumagal ng almost 40 days sa laot ng yung gasolina niya. Kaya pag nagkakandak po tayo ng monitoring sa West Philippine Sea, yung mga malalaki pong barko ang pinapadala natin. Hanggang 44 meter. Okay. So, meron po tayong dalawang helicopter bus, PCG bus. Meron po tayong isang Islander, yung eroplano po natin. Yan. So, ginagamit po natin yan kapag nagtatransport po tayo ng mga mga relief. And pag helicopter naman po sa search and rescue and aerial survey po. Yan. And here is the 44 meter po natin, 4401 hanggang 4411. Yung 44 po, yun po yung 44, yung length po niya, 44. And yung mga 44 meter po natin yan ay ipinangalan po sa mga lighthouses all over the Philippines. Yan. Meron po tayong Cape Santiago, meron po tayong Bagakay, yung mga lighthouses po yung pangalan niya, Malabrigo. Yan. Okay. So, punta tayo doon sa organization na sinasalihan po ninyo, which is the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary. So, what is the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary? So, ang Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary is service-oriented, uniform, voluntary organization. It is non-government, non-political organization whose membership adhere to the Philippine Coast Guard. The custom and tradition, its organization structure is parallel to PCG and has its own chain of leadership and management. Tayo po ay non-political and non-religious. Hindi po tayo nagpo-promote ng religion, hindi po tayo nagpo-promote ng politician. Okay. Unang-una po, wala po tayong sweldo. Okay. Kayo po ay volunteer. Kaya kami po ay nagpapasalamat at andito po yung support ninyo. Ang kailangan lang po natin is yung 3 T. Ano po yung 3 T? Una is time. Ano po? Talent and treasure. Yun po yung kinakailangan dito. Sir, seaman po ako. And 6 months po ako nasakay o 9 months po ako nasakay ng barko. Wala po akong time. Pwede po ba yun? Yun po ay nasa internal arrangement na lang po natin. Kung wala po kayong time, pero meron kayong treasure, di ba si Sir, yung isa po, nasa ibang bansa pa, nag-Zoom meeting siya, nakasupport po siya sa atin, padala lang po tayo ng support. Ganun na lang po yung nasa internal arrangement po ng mga member po natin. Okay po. Pero, pilitin po natin na maka-attend po tayo at least 50% ng activity and meeting po natin. For example, whole year round po, naka-4 po tayong meetings. Ilan po dapat natin na meeting? 2. ilan pong activity? At least 50% po. Okay po? Okay. So sabi po dito, so tayo po ay legal basis po. Kinikilala po ang Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary under po ng